You want to be financially free, but every time money comes into your account, it disappears like your ex-love. Everyone talks about money goals, but most people are financially goalless. A financial strategy is like the GPS of your money journey. The rich people don't just buy land, they multiply their money with it. Now, you see, that bush that you see today is what a lot of us see as the millionaire asset tomorrow, in the future. So I want to share with you in this video how I have been able to multiply my money with land banking and how you too can. So, Mr. Mayowa, what is land banking? Land banking has been on for decades, like since the days of Adam and Eve. But a lot of us do not know about it, and this video will fix that for you. What is land banking? Land banking is basically buying underdeveloped land, leaving it for it to appreciate without you developing it, and you are making profit from it. So imagine how beggar Lagos was some years ago. Imagine how Lekki Epe was. Imagine how Ibejuleki was 15 years ago. It was all full of boo. And a lot of us will never want to go and stay there. But there's an eyesight for billionaires. They see that that is where the future is going, and that is where people will be going to live. So they buy it and they wait for that place to develop. So when I came across this model, I began to study it, especially about 6 years ago when I made a lot of money and I didn't put it in the right investment. Now, don't blame me. And I know it has happened for you before. So when I decided to fix this, I decided to understand why they are putting money in land banking. So here is an example for you. When God created heaven and earth, you know that, like heaven and earth, He only put a man and a woman in there. And 78% of the earth is water, okay? And 23 to 25% of the earth is land. When He put man and woman, Adam and Eve in it, now those two people has produced 8 billion people. So there is a supply and a demand part that backs up land banking. So because the number of the people living on earth will keep increasing, the supply is fixed. God is not going to recreate or increase land. So because the supply is fixed, the demand will keep rising. So when I saw that economics background, I fell in love with it. The second reason why I went into it was the fact that I realized that there is a covenant of land. There's a covenant of increase on land. So anything you put on land will increase. So let me give you a scenario right now. When you build house on land, guess what? The house is a liability because in the real sense, you have to keep maintaining it, with funds. But because it is sitting on land, and land has the covenant of increase, the house will also appreciate. So when you also put the seed, when you put seed on land, land will change the seed into a tree. Yeah. When you put the same money as a salary earner on land, guess what? The land will multiply the money, and the money will also do what? Will also multiply. So holding land in a good area, good location, over time will allow you to multiply your money. So the concept is you are buying right now, you don't need to build or spend money on it. The main reason is that in the future you can sell. So when I saw this concept, and it's one of the oldest way of multiplying money, and I didn't have a lot of land then, I decided to buy in very, very, very well. Let me give you another scenario. So let's bring in this scenario that you buy Gary when Gary is common, and you store it to when it is scarce. Okay? So when people are now desperate for Gary, they come and meet you. So what that means is that you have kept the Gary for when when demand will come, and you can sell at the rate that you want. So this is an amazing model that can give you a lot of money. So let me also help you in this session. You understand that in the face of land, okay, we have 5 phases of land. The first phase is when people settle in, where your grandfather, grandmother settle in a bush. When they settle in that bush, they take ownership. That's the first phase of land. And we are not able to be in that phase. The second phase is farming, where they see a lot of those places they settle in that nobody is staying there. So they plant there. The third phase of land after farming is land banking. And in the land banking phase, that is where people like us, we buy from them. Those people that are settling there, those people that are doing farming there. And the fourth phase is called the development phase, where people now come and buy from us. And the fifth phase is called urban restructuring. The urban restructuring model is the phase where when you see a 6-story building beside a bungalow, you realize that the bungalow person is just wasting land. What do people like us do? We approach and we buy those places, and we build another 5-story building, 6-story building. So you can play in all of these phases. But because I am not a construction person, my core is not constructing. My core is financial freedom. I just want to multiply the money that I make from forex trading, from crypto, from mentoring people in businesses and all of that. I want to multiply it. So that is why I play in the land banking space. And guess what? In the entire phase, highest profit is land banking. So in land banking, you can buy a land for 1 million, and in the next 3-5 years, you can sell it for as much as 5 to 10 million. But when you build a house, the least you can get it is 50% profit, 100% profit. You really might not be able to do 300% or 500%. But when it comes to land banking, I'm in love with it, and that is why I'm doing it. So, Mr. Mayowa, how can I multiply my money with it? Calm down. I needed to share this foundation so you see how this works. So here is how you can multiply your money with it. Through compounding. But Mr. Mayowa, are there really challenges around this? Now, the reason why the wealthy people really put money here is because they know that as they put money here, there is less maintenance, there is less challenge. Forget Omonile, because somebody is thinking right now, Omonile. When you buy one plot from Omonile, they can collect one plot from you. But when you are buying 1 acre, 3 acre, 5 acre, they really will not want to. And that is why I don't buy one plot. I buy between 15 to 100 acres every single year. And I'm going to share you some numbers right now so that you can know how that works. So, Mr. Mayowa, how does this really work? So, imagine 2018 or 2015 when Aliko Dangote was moving to Ibejuleki. When he announced that he was going to Ibejuleki land was going for less than 1 million. And immediately he announced that the project moved from 800,000 to 1.5 million in less than 2 years. Guess what? At the end of the refinery, those land were going for as much as 40 million, 50 million. And that is what land banking is all about. There are so many components that backs up land banking, and I'm not here to teach you land banking. I'm here to teach you how I use it to multiply my money. So here is the numbers right now. So imagine the one plot that you bought in Ibejuleki for 1.5 million in 2015. This is 2025, right? 10 years after. The same one plot is now going for as much as 40 million, 50 million. So this is where a lot of us miss it. We are not consistent. So let me first share with you my lesson. So in 2012, while I was working in the bank, my mom just called me that there was a plot of land available and she wants me to buy it. And you see, I told her I didn't have all the money. So it was 150,000 naira. So watch this carefully. 2012, I bought a plot of land for 150,000 in Ayetoro, Ayobo. Today, that land is going for 8 million to 10 million. That is about 66 times the money without me working. Like, geez, I wasn't working. I wasn't doing anything on that land. A simple 150,000 naira, gave 66 times the money. And that is where I stopped. And that is where a lot of you stopped. In 2013, I did not buy any land. In 2023, 2014, 2015, I didn't buy any land. And that is one of the major challenges we have. So when I learned my lesson, I also want you to learn from me. If not, you're going to be doing the same mistake. So I went to study the billionaires, and I studied the likes of Bill Gates. So if you check my screen right now, you will see that Bill Gates has 268,000 acres of land in the United States. From Nebraska to Louisiana, an average of 50,000 acres. That's what he has. And I want to be like Bill Gates. I want to have money like Bill Gates. But I'm not buying land like Bill Gates. A further more detail, as he makes money from Microsoft, he puts the money in micro land. You are making money from import-exporting business, selling and buying plastics, real estate, and every other thing. But you are not putting it in land. Why? Because you are not aware of the numbers. You are so much engrossed that you must do the work before you can become a billionaire. No, guys, all of these billionaires, they don't do it that way. They make the money and they send the money on an errand. Only for me, guys, to see Jeff Bezos. He has 420,000 acres of land in the United States. See it on the screen right now. 420. When I saw all of these data, it got me crazy 6 years ago. I'll share another one with you. Matthew Ashimolo, he's a pastor. Remove title. When it comes to building wealth and compounding money, it does not have anything to do with the title. It has all to do with the principle. Understand the principle and replicate it. And that is what I learned. And that's what I started doing about 5-6 years ago. And that's why I'm willing to share it with you. So let me go a bit deeper. Matthew Ashimolo bought Mowe about 25 years ago. And he bought 900 acres. 900 acres at 50,000 naira each is about 270 million. Guess what, guys? Today, as of today, each plot is about 115 million. That is 54 billion naira. See, listen, all of these billionaires that you know, they don't get there by overnight. When they start the process, they are really below million, like they are not billionaires when they started. But as they invest in the asset does the multiplication for them. So, Mr. Mayowa, go deeper. How can I start? And what do I need to start doing? So what I started doing when I saw what Bill Gates did, Aliko Dangote, and all of these guys, I realized that when I bought my first land, I stopped. So what was missing was the component called what? Consistency. Yes, consistency. So let me drive it home. In 2020, I started buying land every year. 1 acre, 5 acre, 20 acres. Right now, I buy between 15 to 100 acres every single year. So let's calm down. Don't do the number for. Don't project how much I'm worth right now, because that's what you're thinking. So calm down. So let's come back to your own. Let's say that you can start doing it right there. So one of my projects I bought in 2022, late 2022, early. I bought 15 acres in Ekpe. Do you know that in the same Ekpe right now, they are selling one plot for 10 million naira now? Why? Because of the international airport that is going to be built there. Because of the Lagos Food Bank that is built there. Guess what? I bought this land when it was below 2 million, 1.5 million. And in less than 3 years, they're already selling 10 million in that area. So if you cannot afford 1 acre, 15 acre, don't worry. Let's talk about where you are right now. How much can you put aside? So type it in the section below. How much can you put aside every single month to be financially free? So let's say that you can put aside 100,000 naira monthly. Look for a real estate company that can collect 100,000 naira from you monthly. Listen to me. Don't look for big money. Don't wait for big money. What held me back when I bought this first one was that I was waiting for big money. Don't wait for big money. Let's start with what you can put aside. 100,000 naira, $100 monthly, $500 monthly. Let's put that aside. Every single month, you look for a real estate company that can collect that from you. So when they collect that from you every year, in 1 year, you have invested 1.2 million in a land. Year 1. Do this every year. Why? Because by year 10, guess what? You would have 12 million naira in land banking. Now, this 12 million naira in land banking, any land that you buy in 10 years will give you minimum 10 times the money. Minimum 10 times the money. So that will move your assets in land from 12 million to 120 million. And if you are lucky, if God just butter your bread, if he gives you the kind of return that my own first land gave me, your head would have gone. So let's say it gives you an average of 50x the money. If you give you 50x the money, guess what, guys? That is 600 million in 10 years. This is how to compound your money. When it comes to compounding, you must honor time and you must honor the right asset class. So this is how I multiply my money in land banking. Every single year for the past 5 years, I buy an average of 15 acres to 100 acres every single year. Either I am happy or I am not happy. And guess what? It has worked for me. Now, my asset in land has grew really, really up. But sir, I'm a salary earner. Look for a real estate company that you can do 100,000 naira with every month. Oh, I can do more than 100,000 because I want to have more. You can move it to 1 million. So I give you this opportunity. Mr. Mayowa, I'm interested. Type in the comment section below how much you want to be putting aside every month to compound your money with land banking. And I and my team will work with you to multiply it. You can join our Wealthgate community where we buy land together and we sell in the future. Okay? So if you are interested, also comment I'm interested below. And I'm going to send you a link where you can register and start investing. So we meet every month as an investor. We talk about the asset classes that we invest in. So the first project we bought was Ibejuleki, about 15 acres. We moved from there to some other areas where we now have 50 acres, 20 acres. You can join us. Instead of you buying 1 acre, 20 acre, 10 acre, you can start with as low as 100,000 naira monthly. Can you see that? And in the next 1 year, you have your one plot. Like I said, don't stop. Upper year, do the same thing. The following year, do the same thing. That would have raised my investment in 10 years to multiple millions of naira. But I was not consistent. I was just expecting big money to come. So this is how I compound my money with land banking. So comment land banking if you are interested below. I and my team will welcome you on board, and you can join our community where you can pay small. We go for inspection together. By the way, it's my estate. It's where I've already bought, where I've put my money. So you can just leverage and pay small and co-own our estate with us. Do you get now? So comment I'm interested or comment land banking, and I'll send you a link to get started. So this is how I multiply my money with land banking. Land banking is not just for Dangote. It's not just for Matthew Ashimolo. It's not just for Maya Wolabi. It's not just for Olumide Emmanuel. It's not just for Stephen Akintayo. It's for anyone who is smart enough to put aside their seed instead of eating them. Guys, I put aside this seed and it has helped me. In the next 5 years, which side will you be? What will be your what? And how much will you have accumulated using this land banking compounding strategy? If you're interested, don't forget, comment I'm interested below, and I will send you a link to get you started and you're good to go. If you have any question, comment that also in the comment below so that I and my team will respond to you. I look forward to working with you, and I see you at the top. My name remains Maya Wolabi. Peace out, guys.